As part of this view, we are going to see how to build an application without writing any code. So that means we are going to use an AI tool which is called Google Antigravity, and then we are going to build a very basic or simple application, to-do list application. So that's the agenda. So let's get started. So for that one, we should have the Google Anti-Gravity in your machine. In case if you don't have it, I had given the video a link description. You can follow that one and you can install the Google Anti-Gravity first step. So let's get started. So the next one is we are going to start the Google Anti-Gravity tool. So in my machine, I have already installed the Google Anti-Gravity. We can see I'm going to start that one. So this is the first step. Once the installation is working or it's done, then you can start your anti-gravity. We can see when you open the Google anti-gravity, we can see this is the windows, different wizards. We can see the file section, and we can see some of the center bar and the rightmost corner we can see the prompt. So these are the three things we can see. The first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a simple folder. So currently it is pointing to one of my local directory just frame. So I'm going to create folder called to do list app. So this is the folder I'm going to use it to create all our projects into this one. So this is the three wizards we can see. One is a project section, and another one is here we are going to see some of the files, content, and instructions. All those things we can see, and here are the one we are going to pass the prompt to the agent. Okay. So before going to start, so I'm going to select my what is it the project location and the folder. I'm going to create a new folder called to do list. So to do list app, so this is what I'm going to use it, and we are going to build the application. What are the application we are going to build or generating, so that will be stored over here. So that's the first step. So before going to build the application, we should have a proper agenda, like what kind of application we want to build, what is the requirement. It's a plain English, so that's called as a prompt. We should have a well defined prompt which will give the requirements, what application we need to build, what technology we have to use. So that kind of details we have to describe it. So that's what we used to call it as a prompt. So in my case, I have already written a simple prompt. So let me paste it over here. So this is the prompt I'm going to use it. If you see, this prompt is very simple. It's not that much complex. I have used very basic prompt. So if you see, create a modern to-do list application using React.js functional component with an attractive color theme. So this is one of my requirement. We had to use the React.js and the best colors. That's what I'm trying to say. It's saying that name the folder as a just prime to-do list. This is a project name, and the title I'm giving is just prime to do list, and I'm saying some of the two more requirements, the task name, completion date as a calendar date picker. These are the some of the additional requirements which is required to build the application. And also I'm suggesting a day night theme, a toggle button, and use some of the quality maybe icons, and deploy the app and test it with locally and Chrome browser. So that's the a prompt or requirement I had given it. So once the prompt is clear, and then you can hit the send button. Now what it will do, it will try to analyze the requirements, and it will create a plan, and it will think what kind of work items we have to do. So that kind of steps we can able to see it over here. So it is trying to use the folder in my local just prime anti-gravity. And when we are building the application, you will be getting a lot of prompts or approvals or reviewers. So you have to keep an eye, and you have to approve it. So we are requesting the build the application and test it locally. So like that, like we discussed, right, it will request an approval from you many phases based on the requirement what you had given it. So keep approving it and keep verifying what kind of uh, steps it is trying to do and give an approval. So accordingly it will build the application and it will try to deploy in your local machine, and we are going to use it. So that's the steps. So now let's see. So this is the application it built, and we can see the a folder structure, right? But still it's keep working on it. So let's give an approval. It is trying to uh, download the Maven npm plugins or dependency files. That's what it's trying to do. We can see the steps what it's trying to do, all those things, and we can see the files or folders whatever it got created. We can see some kind of documentation, and we can see the a source code as well. Still it's working on the development part, and it is trying to resolve the issues, and it is trying to build the app.jsx. That's the main file, I guess. It is trying to add the all the react code necessary icons. We can see here it is trying to add an icon. Now it is trying to add the day night theme icon, a toggle button. It is trying to add the final styling or css part. So it is trying to run the application in our local machine, so it's asking for permission. So let's grant it. So now we can see so the application is ready to launch, and it is trying to deploy the application in a local machine, and we can see at the border a sky blue color. So that means the currently the application is managing the agent, so we cannot take any control. So let's give a proper approval and confirm it. It is trying to fix some of the issues. And now let's go back to the still you can see the agent is validating your application. So we need to wait for some more time to confirm it. Let's give a confirmation and let it fix all the issues whatever it got encountered, and then let's wait for final confirmation. Still if you see our application is uh, running by agent, and we can see the still is validating all the proper roles. It is trying to do some of the test, and let's go for the development part. How agent is working, it's still doing a lot of development fixes, validation, all those things, and we can able to see here what is trying to do. And we can see still the app is running by agent mode, and we can see the border color. So that indicates the currently the app is holding by agent, and it is trying to fix or it is trying to do some of the development. And you can see here agent need an input. That means it is expecting some kind of confirmation from us. So let's give it. Still it is trying to do some kind of validation part, and let's see what is trying to do. It's trying to validate the task name, and it is trying to finish the project, and it is trying to validate looks like some of the date portion. It's still the application is holding by agent, and it is just trying to add a simple task, and it's validating, it's doing some of the basically some of the test cases, right? So that's the basic things currently it's working, and it's trying to do one of the task is finished. So one of the test case it's got passed, but still it's doing a lot of validations. Still we have to wait for the confirmation from the tool. Once it is completed, and we can see now the border don't have any what is a sky blue color. So that means the agent is hand over the application to us, and we can use it. Let's go back to the our IDE tool, and it's saying that the completed the verification part review is requested. So final, let's accept it. So this the way it is trying to build the application, and then it has built the application, it has given the URL to us, and also it will do some kind of recording how it got verified, just for us to preview the record. It will record it. So let's go for the application. We can see our application is running. So let me add it, record video. So this one of the simple task, I want to do it on 12th. Add a task. So this is my task name and this is the date. So let me add read Java. So this is one of the tasks I want to do it on 14, record it. So let me assume I have done the read Java. You can complete it. So that's the way. And let me add another task. Go to movie, and this can be on Saturday. Let me add it. So let assume I don't want to record a video. You can cancel it. So that means the application is working fine. So that's what we can see here, right? So let me add another task, read a, right? So this is what I want to do on 18th, add a record. So that means we can able to add the task, we can able to remove it, we can able to mark it as a completed. These steps we can able to test it. That means the application is working fine. Let me do some more tests. Let me change the day night theme. So that means you can see the day night theme icon is working, and we can see it's added a very nice icon over here at the top header portion. So day night theme is working. Let me ask, or let me add additional task, add snowfall background to the application. So let me add a new requirement, a small change to the existing application. Let's see how it's going to perform it. And meanwhile, we can see the all the code base what it has built, right? We can see the components, and we can see entire source code. So that's the way uh, the Google Antigravity is building the application. Though we are not writing anything, but what we are trying to do, we are just giving the requirements. That's it. We are not adding any code change, but we are giving the proper requirements to the anti-gravity, so that will generate, or that will build the application. So now come back here, let's refresh it. So I'm just asking add the changes to the app, build and deploy it locally. Let's see what's going to. It is trying to add a snowfall background CSS theme, and let's wait for a moment. It is creating a styles of snowfall, and let's accept it. It is still thinking, and it is trying to do changes to the existing one. So let's accept it. It is trying to fix some of the issues. So let's give some time. We can see now when you come back to your application, currently our application is managing by agent. So it's saying that we need an input. So let's give it, let it confirm and come back to the application. We can see still the application is holding by agent, and we can see the um, a border. It's a sky blue color, and so it's validating by connecting to the DOM. And let's see, it require an input, so let it confirm and then come back to our application. Still it's validating. Let's give a moment. Two tasks today. Have a nice day. I think, see, now we don't see any border color, so that means the agent is hand over the application, And so let's go back to the tool, and we can see its review is requested. So that means it's asking us to verify the final. It's a second kind of recording it has done. The first portion and the second portion, when you add a snowfall feature, so the verification part also it got recording. So now let's go back to our application. Let's refresh it, close other things, and we can see the application, and we can see the snowfall is falling down, and we can see the day night theme. So though the snowfall is falling down in a daytime, but we can't see it clearly. When you go back to the night theme, we can see the snowfall. So that means we can able to extend the application. We can able to extend the application even after building it. So let me add a small requirement. So that's called as a display a to do a list image at top right corner. So what I'm trying to do, I'm asking to add a simple image, display a best to-do list image, best to-do list image at top right corner of the application. So I'm just trying to ask or trying to give additional requirement to add a to-do list image to the existing application. Let's see it. So this is the additional requirement. I'm trying to add another requirement to add a simple or best to-do list image. Okay, so let's see, let's wait for that one, and let uh, so now it collected the requirements. So let me ask for build and deploy in locally. So now the implementation plan is done. Now I'm asking for the deployment part. Let's see what is going to do. I am expecting image, a image on the to-do list application. It is trying to generate a to-do list image. You can see this is the image. I guess it's going to use it. It's trying to copy the image to the code and then accept it. See, it is trying to modify the code because we need to add an image, right? So that's the reason we have to modify some of the basic existing files to append the image, and then now come back to the. So still it's modifying the code. So it got added and it's validating the agent. We can see some images got added. So let's wait for some more time. Still it's doing some of the validation. So let's wait for some more time. I guess we have done. Let's come back here, updating. So I guess we have done almost. So this is the image it is trying to add. It got added into our application and we can see it. Let's go back to our application and we can see, refresh the URL, and we can see so this is the image, some of the image it got added, and we can see DNet theme is working. So let me do some of the test task and give the date as something and add it. We can able to add it. Let's make it complete, or let's remove it. So that means it's our application is working, DNet theme is working, and we can able to, we see some of the validations also is working, right? So we are not able to add task without task name. So let me add some task and do it, and it's asking for this. So that means the validation also it has taken care. The snowfall is working fine and data theme is working fine. So that's the, this is one of the best way to build the application without any, without writing code. right? The let's verify the code once. We see back to the code, right? It has built the React application, and we can see the package.json and what are the components it has used. It has used the white to build the application. It has used the React 19 version. So this is some of the basic things it has used it and build the application. And we can see the responding icons, images, what it has used. It's kept everything inside the asset location. So this is the image it has built it and it used it, right? So in the components we can see it, the snowfall, etc., whatever it had used, the theme, the daylight theme, context, this domain. So I think that's all about this one. I think we can able to build the application without writing any code by using the AI tools like Google Antigravity, and we can see the proper steps as well. I think pretty much about this application building part. I think, yeah, that's all about this video, and then thanks for your time.